Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Today I'm going to be working on my native red maple penjing. I already pruned these trees up once, and you can see the initial leaves that came out on them are really big. They're really large. So what I do is I prune it once, and then when the new shoots are starting to form, the next set of branches for the year, and then I remove all the big leaves and let the new branches grow in. And those leaves should be much smaller. And then if I get a third flush of growth, I do the same thing. I let the third flush come out, and then I remove all the leaves from the second flush of growth. And by the time fall comes, I should have quite small and miniature leaves. Another factor in miniaturizing the leaves is the more branches you have, the smaller the leaves get. So at the moment, these trees don't have a lot of branches. They're, young seedlings. But eventually, as they get, bigger and finer canopies on them, the new leaves that do emerge in spring will be smaller. And then as you go through this process of clipping, growing, the leaves will get smaller and smaller towards fall. Here is a look at the top of the tree. So you can see on this branch, I pruned it, tip off here. I left 2 leaves on it, and at the base of each leaf there's a new branch growing, so it's dividing from 1 to 2. So that builds up branch density on your trees. So there's several spots. You can see the new leaves coming out. So what I can do, anywhere where there's new leaves starting to appear like this, I can defoliate the leaves around it, just leaving the new leaves in place. There's some areas I noticed, like this branch, I pruned it and I just left 1 leaf on, and so far I haven't developed any new branches coming out from those points, but they will come. I'll begin removing the first set of leaves now with the new growth coming in. So here I go, and I'll just prune the leaf petiole and about 2/3 off, leaving just a stub for dieback. So this is kind of like, well, it is partial defoliation, but it's a very safe way to do it because you already have new leaves coming in. So this branch here, I can see the bud swelling, but there's no new leaves showing. So I have the choice of leaving the large leaf on or defoliating it. I think in this case I'll leave it on, and same with this little branch above it. This one down here, this branch wasn't pruned. It was a weak branch and it's growing, so I will just take the tip off that one. Like that. And I'll remove the older leaf. This one's growing well. So some of these, where I pruned it, I've got 1 new shoot and the other side hasn't developed a bud. So again, I'll leave the leaf on and just let that bud develop for the future. Top here, I can take that off. That one's going to stay on. This one's just starting to develop. Same with these ones. This one can come off. There's new leaves forming here. And again, this one wasn't pruned. It was just weak, so I will take off the growing tip to get some ramification. This one has developed. I can prune off these leaves here. And this one's developing nicely down here. take this one off. Let's get a little light in there. Oh, and there's this branch here. You can see the new shoots here, so I can take that leaf off. And that might be about it. The rest still haven't formed buds yet, but that'll come. I noticed a little bit of white fly buzzing around, but the tree's been outdoors, so can't do much about that. I don't think it needs spraying. I don't see any white fly under the leaves, or I don't see any eggs or anything. No, it all looks good. Here is a look at the penging now. It's partially defoliated. So I'll repeat this process. When these new shoots start growing and get, multiple sets of leaves, then I'll prune them back to the first set of leaves, wait for the buds at the base of each leaf to start growing, and then I can remove the older leaves once again. So as I said, hopefully by fall you'll see kind of an even, consistent set of smaller leaves on the penging, and it should look quite miniature. Here's what leaves are left on the tree, and here's what I removed today. So I would say I took about 1/3 of the foliage off. There's a close-up of the new shoots coming in on the branches. So you can see that one just has one. New leaves. The next trees I'll be working on today is my field maple forest. I put this forest together this spring, and I haven't pruned any of the trees yet since the leaves came out. And the main tree here in the forest, the shoots are getting really long and they're starting to shade out some of the trees beside it. The younger trees don't need pruning. They're still developing their branches and their leaves and kind of recovering from the repotting process. But the main tree is certainly taken off and it needs pruning. Here is a look at the forest, and you can see all the new growth on the main tree here. It's extending out over the edges of the pot. It looks like all the trees survived. They're all doing quite well. Even the very smallest trees at the back are doing okay. I've got all these rocks on here to hold the trees in place until the roots get established in the pot. So probably in another month I can take those away, or arrange them so it looks really nice. So maybe some rocks in the forest. But yeah, mainly today I just want to prune up this main tree. It's getting really, the shoots are getting really long. It's shading out everything. So here I go. I will also be styling these in the natural kind of upright maple style. So I can begin by pruning a lot of these shoots back to the first set of leaves. So here I go, leaving a little bit of a stub. And then I can go in and look at my branches and select which branches I want to keep. Try to keep the trees fairly compact. If I don't keep it compact, it shades out all the trees beside it. And I don't think there's any branches I want to grow out and thicken. They're all fairly equal on this main tree so far. So I haven't done any branch selection yet, but I will. This one can be taken back. So a really long one here. One here. And one here. Which we'll bring back to here. And then there's some shoots here I can prune back. And here. I think that's got all the long ones taken care of. So now I've got to look at the structure of the tree and see if I need to prune any branches away totally. I'm looking at the branch structure now. So I want, my trunk lines going upright, and then off of those upright trunks I'll have more horizontal branches. So on this lowest branch here, I have a branch coming straight out the back, which is nice, but I have two more upright branches each side of it. And I think this lower branch here is interfering with the trees beside it, so I'm going to take that one off. Like that. A fairly well developed branch, but you can see it's upright now, which looks much better. On this one, I have kind of a vertical shoot, which is good. It's upright. I could prune it back a little more to an outward facing leaf. Prune it back one more internode. And I think the other one is good, that side. And then there's a third branch growing in the inside here, which I don't want. I think it's just cluttering that branch up. So that's coming right off. You can see on this branch, it's quite horizontal, almost descending, and I have a shoot that's going more vertical there. So I could prune it back to that more vertical shoot, and I will. Taking that part of the branch off. I have a branch that's hanging down here. I'm going to remove that also. I don't want a cascading branch yet on this tree. In the future I will, but I want to build those upright trunks first. So this one's kind of going upwards. I have a hanging branch there. Another one going upwards at the back, which I haven't pruned. I missed that one. So I'll prune the tip off it. And I can prune the tip off this one. Take out my center stub. There's a branch here that was pruned and it died back to these buds. So I can prune the stub off now. Take this stub off. Now, how's that branch looking? It's not the greatest yet, but I think with time it'll get there. And I may, as this branch develops, I may cut this whole end off that branch and develop the more upright one here. I've got opposite branches here, new branches, so I'll take the one off on this side, I think, yes. Keeping my other one. And I may not let it develop because I have this branch here, but this one may come out more upright, so in that case I could remove the lower one possibly. Up in the apex here I can prune this branch back. I've got 3 branches growing in one spot on the apex, so I'll take out the middle one. Keep my smaller ones, trim the tips, or the one tip on that one off. The other one hasn't really developed yet too much. Okay, now I have a hanging branch at the back, and there's a vertical shoot here. Nothing really flowing. It's too bad, but I just don't have anything going really a good direction there yet. So I can prune the hanging branch back one more internode. There is an upright one here. That might be the one that develops, but I'll keep both for now. The vertical one on the inside here, I can take that one away. It's kind of running parallel to the trunk line. Take this leaf away here. And then on this back branch, I was hoping for something more upright, and I do have one back here. So I'm looking for other upright ones. There's one at the back of the branch, so I can reduce this branch back to that more upright one, taking the end off it, and the one hanging down I can remove also. It's kind of cluttering that area up. And this one, I can take this one back a leaf node. I got two bar branches here. I think I'll keep the one coming out the front and take the back one off. Like that. There's a leaf coming towards the inside, crossing the trunk line. I'll take that out. So a little more light down here, and also this one. A little thinning in the apex to get light to the branches that I want to develop. Yeah, this part's a little awkward looking still, but I think as this shoot here develops, I can then prune it right back to that shoot. Here I've got two bar branches. I got one coming out the front and one coming out the back. I think I'd want the one coming out the front. I'll remove the back one. So how is that looking now? It's still looking, you know, a little like a typical bonsai with a single apex and the horizontal branches. But hopefully that can improve in the future. You know, maybe I can cut the top off once this shoot develops. Shorten this one, develop these ones more. I think in the end, I'll get the style I want. It just will take patience. There's a leaf here I can take off that's interfering with the tree beside it. Yeah, I think that's it for the pruning. The other trees aren't developed enough to prune yet. You can see some of them are still struggling a bit, but they'll get there. They're still green and healthy looking. They're just, you know, growing roots, and once the roots grow in, then they'll start sending out new shoots. They all survived, which is good, and you know, they have a good chance of surviving right into next year, no problem. Okay, so that's it. That's it, the pruning on the field maple forest. Here's what I took off the forest today. So quite a lot, considering that was all from one tree. Yeah, a lot of branches, and you can see it still has lots on it. Here's an overall look at the forest now. Yeah, it's looking quite nice. So as these trees develop, I will try and get sort of an asymmetrical triangular silhouette to the forest. Right now it's kind of flat looking with the apex up here, but as they fill in, I can prune them to various heights to kind of make the overall silhouette of the forest look really nice. So overall, I'm pleased. This is a brand new forest this year, and I think it'll develop into a good looking forest into the future. This is a young forest, and if I keep all my styling goals in mind, I think you'll see it develop over the next few years into something that looks quite nice. So that's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.